This is a blush tag, and I've been on a roll with these tags recently because I've been enjoying doing these. It's like a slum book. When you were younger, there was this like a diary where you ask your friends to answer. The tags are also very fun to answer. So let's just go right ahead and do this blush tag. So my first question for the blush tag would be the first Holy Grail blush. My first Holy Grail blush would be the Lorac blush, and it's in the color Plum. I've hit pan on this, obviously, seriously hit pan on it. So this is something that doesn't really show up when you're too fair, but since I'm medium warm tone, it shows up really nicely on my skin. It just has a very good pigmentation and stays on perfectly fine with me. The next one would be the Little Wonder blush. The Little Wonder blush for me would be the Canmake Cheek and Cheek blush palette, and it's just a very small, very tiny blush that's composed of two colors, a baby pink, a matte baby pink, and a matte coral. And this to me is Little Wonder because it's just so pigmented. It looks like hard candy and you feel like, is it going to give me enough of the pigmentation? But when you use a brush, swipe it, it can be really pigmented. And it also brightens the face because the shade is just really nice. So to me, this is like one of those things that surprised me when I purchased it, and it's just so tiny but it's packed with pigments. On to great buys. The great buys for me would be the e.l.f. blushes. The only downside for these would be that they break. I actually broke one. Well, I dropped it, so I mean I can't really blame it. So I just had to put it back using alcohol. You see it's back in its place, but it looks like it has been wet. Nevertheless, this is still the one with the highest pigmentation, and this is the color Flushed. I can show up looking like a clown if I'm not too careful with this one. But my favorite for all this three would be the Glow because it has like a little illuminating effect. And this is like one of those things that I like. Oh my gosh, they're just about 200 pesos, and I mean really? So, and they have a decent size. They're like as big as my cheeks, and my cheeks are not so small. They're big. So, I mean, this would be for me the great buy when it comes to cheeks. Number 4 would be the Overlook blush. For me, it's the Defining Blush by Catrice and the Pixy blush, which is actually a Japanese brand. Oops, I dropped. There's a brush here supposedly. This is a Japanese brand and it's spelled as Pixy with a Y, not Pixy with an I. So that's it. So the color for this one is Passion Roses 04, and it's a really pretty matte rose blush. And I think it's overlooked because it's also very affordable. Like this is also about under 300 pesos if I'm not mistaken, and Catrice would also be like that, and it delivers like a really nice pigmentation and a really nice finish as well. So if you're trying to consider something, you might want to consider this European brand Catrice. I think it's made in Germany or Denmark. Oh, this particular product is made in Poland, but I think the brand is German. I'm not so sure. But yeah, you may want to consider a European brand Catrice and also a Japanese brand Pixy. So this is nice. This used to be available in the Philippines. However, now I find it really hard to look for it. I found this at the one of the SM malls, and that was in Santa Mesa, Manila. But in other SM malls, it's not available. And previously, it was available in Watson's, but the sign is still there for the name Pixy, but the products are no longer available, so I'm not so sure. I wish that they could bring this back because this is a really nice, affordable drugstore Japanese brand. It's really nice. The blush that makes me smile would be the Soap and Glory, the Sleek, and the NYX. And first, I'd have to explain why these blushes make me smile, and have like 3 entries to it. It's because it's just a pack that's already complete. So look at that. This is the Soap and Glory, this is the Peach Party, and this is the Love at First blush. And I just like it so much because it's packed with different colors. Like when you look at them, it's like, oh my gosh, it's so complete. So I love it for that. And then, of course, the Sleek palette is the one with the trio. And I love it because, again, it's also complete with 3 different colors, 2 mattes, and 1 shimmer. And this one varies depending on what shade you picked. I picked the Lace 367, and this is composed of the Crochet, Guipure, and Chantilly colors. And then the other one will be this NYX Butt Naked Turn the Other Cheek palette, and I have different tutorials on this palette because it is a very versatile palette. The major reason I bought this was for the cheek palette that it has. This is how it looks like, and it really makes me smile. Basically, what makes me smile is a lot of colors. If you show me a lot of colors in one pack, I'm in. Next category would be YouTube made me buy it. And I've been hearing so many good stuff about Soap and Glory blushes. And when I went to Bangkok during my business trip earlier this year, I had to like really sneak in at Boots, and well, I bought all the blushes that are available there, at least in the store there. So this is the brand that says, I mean, you know, if I hadn't been watching so many YouTube makeup tutorials, I probably wouldn't have bought a lot of these Soap and Glory blushes. The next category would be I want, don't need blush. So I want this kind of blush, but I actually don't need it because I probably have similar ones. So for me, I'd really like to try the Tarte Amazonian blushes and also the Milani blushes, which are getting a lot of good reviews recently because of the price point, which is pretty affordable but gives you a nice pigmentation. The 8th one would be my go-to blush, and my go-to blush, although I haven't hit pan, would be the Urban Decay Quickie powder blush. It's my go-to blush because I think I can never go wrong with this. If I'm in a hurry and I don't want to think about it, I just put this on regardless, whatever color of eyeshadow or lipstick I'm wearing, and I put this on and I'm okay. My travel favorite blush would be the Sleek blush. It's complete and it's able to give me the right shade that I want because I can combine all of these things. See, it has like a rosy orange tone, a pink tone, and an orange tone. So I can just bring this and mix them together or use them separately depending on what lip color I'm using. So this is for me the best one for traveling. And apart from that, of course, as the name says, it's very sleek and it's very sturdy, and it has a really nice big mirror. Number 10 would be Out of the Box blush. And the problem with this being out of the box is it's no longer available, and it has never been available in the Philippines, but I got this as a gift. Sue Devitt Eye, Lip, and Cheek Primer. It's actually a primer, but it's also a blush because it can act as a primer for your eyes, your cheeks, and your lips. But when you're in a hurry, you can actually use this as a blush, a cream blush. And what's good about this is that it can be a cream blush, but it's not sticky because it's a primer. So this is like heaven sent for people like me who are oily skin. I'm oily, so I usually stay away from cream cheeks, and using this one didn't give me any problems at all. I really like it. I'm trying to save it because I know that this brand has stopped producing. I'm not so sure if what the reason was, but I got this as a gift from a friend who's from New York, and I really loved it. Also because the color is not over the top, you can build it. So it's a really nice, versatile, out of the box blush and primer at the same time. So I really love this. Number 11 would be absolute one-time splurge. I really don't have a very expensive blush as of this point, but if there would be an absolute one-time splurge for me, I usually buy products from, if I'm traveling, I would buy products that I know I wouldn't be able to purchase from the Philippines. The Soap & Glory blushes are not expensive at Boots in Bangkok because they have a lot of deals, like a 2+1, buy one get one, all those things. But I mean, in terms of splurge, I bought a lot of Soap & Glory products, not just makeup, also skincare. So that would be my absolute one-time splurge because I bought it and I said, okay, I reserved money for this. I really told myself that if I get another business trip in Bangkok, which usually happens because it's like the center for the region, that I would visit Boots drugstore and I would definitely try the Soap & Glory products. And that's, for me, my absolute one-time splurge. 12th would be, I'll try, can't promise, cheek or blush product. And for me, I have been trying my best to understand cream cheeks. I will link a video below where I figured out how to use cream cheeks and I really appreciated it. I watched a video by Lisa Eldridge where the makeup artist for e.l.f. was trying to show how to use a cream cheek. The model wasn't e.l.f., but he is certified the makeup artist of e.l.f. He showed a step-by-step procedure on how he does her cheeks, and one of those would be the cream cheek. And what he did was to use a stippling brush like this and tap it on and just dab it on the center or somewhere near here, near the eyes, and just here. And so use something here for something else underneath, like a contour. When I tried doing that, I started appreciating cream cheeks, but I'm not promising that it will be a change of heart for me because I'm an oily skin person and cream cheeks just don't show up so well with me. And that technique indeed has changed the game for me in terms of appreciating cream cheeks, but we will see because it's still not my go-to solution. When I think about doing my cheeks, I still don't tend to reach out for this one. But for me, so far I'm loving this Urban Decay Fetish Cream Cheek, and it's an Afterglow Glide On Cheek Tint. And I know that for people who have wonderful skin, you can just put this on, pat it on your cheeks, and you're good to go. For me, I would need a kabuki, a flat top kabuki, or a stippling brush to do, dab it a little and do it this way, just like what the makeup artist taught me to do on YouTube. And yeah, I'm gonna link it below so that you also have an idea on how to do it. So after all this blush tag, what would be my highly recommended blush? I would have wanted to recommend the Canmake because it just really packs on a lot in a tiny packaging, and it's not too expensive. I bought this for about, I think, 500 pesos, 490 pesos. But unfortunately, I made a phone call today and the PCX stores don't carry it anymore. And even the other stores in Landmark, I noticed that they don't have this type of blush anymore. They have the ones with the rose engraving. That looks more powdery, and this one looks a lot more like hard candy. And you would even, as I mentioned earlier, you would doubt at first if it really shows up nicely. But this one really shows up nicely. And with that being said, I don't want to recommend something that's really hard to look for and is not available in the Philippines. So I'm going to say my recommendation would be the Sleek blush palette, the Trio. And this is available in the Philippines. Sleek has landed in the Philippines last... I'm not so sure when, but they're very new. Maybe they've been around for 6 months. I mean, around as in the stores. Like when you go to SM malls, they're there. And you can purchase this. It's not crazy affordable, but it's reasonable because this one is about 800 pesos. And you can get 3 colors with this, so it's not so bad. And it's highly pigmented, it shows up nicely, it's blendable, has a nice mirror, it has a sturdy packaging, and it's really nice. This is my recommended blush. So my bonus question would be outrageous shade that you can pull off. What's the most outrageous blush shade that you can pull off? And for me, I think not everybody would like to pull off an orange. It's not coral because, it's not coral, it's orange. And this one I can really pull off. I mean, I'm not afraid using this. Maybe because I am close to it, because I'm a medium warm. I'm not too white and I'm not too dark either. So it doesn't look cakey on me, and it doesn't look so off with me as well. And it actually brightens up my face. If I need a certain pop of glow and I don't have a highlight or make it look fresh, I just pop on an orange blush and I'm good to go. So there you have it. I hope you like this blush tag, and anyone who's watching this, again, you're welcome to join this tag. Please notify me if you have participated in this tag or if you have uploaded a video, and just put a comment below and the link to your video so that I can watch. And my reason being, I want to know what other blushes out there I can still work on, I can still consider, I can still try. Although I'm not really collecting a lot of expensive brands because I like referring affordable brands, and I also don't want to spend so much, but I'm still trying to figure out which ones would be worth the money if ever I try to, reserve again another one-time splurge for myself. So I'd like to hear from you. Give me more thoughts on which brands I should go for the next time. Bye!